Lucky Pierre, always in the middle. The Worlds of Monty Wilson by William F. Nolan. It looked like the same world, but it wasn't. The date was all right, June 1990, and Chicago looked like Chicago, but some things were wrong with it. I was in a bar on Michigan having a Bloody Mary when I began to suspect I'd shifted over. The bartender was talking about the lunar base we'd just put up and how it wouldn't be long before we'd be sending men to Mars. Ordinary talk. But then he said, "Too damn bad about Armstrong and Aldrin dying that way on the moon. They should have made it." Well, that wasn't right, because Apollo 11 had made it. A-OK all the way. Hell, I'd even talked to Armstrong in Florida 6 months after the mission. I'm in the space game, a small subcontractor for NASA. Among other things, I make the little bolts that go into the legs of the LEM. So now I was surprised by what this man was saying. But I didn't argue with him. I'm not the emotional type. In space research, raw emotion is a liability. There are several small parks in Chicago. One of them was dedicated to the 3 Moon Boys early in 1970, Apollo Park. I took a cab over to look at the memorial. In my world, they have Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins sculptured in bronze above a plaque honoring man's first voyage to the moon. In this world, 3 other guys were up there. I'd shifted over. My mind isn't closed to anything. I had always been ready to accept the fact that parallel worlds exist in our universe, but I'd never personally experienced the shift from one to another. I wanted to make certain, so I checked some things. I found out that Robert Kennedy had become the next president after Johnson. Sirhan's bullet had missed. California had...
Hello and welcome to this channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for daily videos. And if you like the video, please do not forget to like and share the video. Thank you.
Been hit by that quake everyone worried about in 1968. They'd lost LA and most of San Francisco. Vietnam had been wrapped up when Kennedy ordered a general pullout in the spring of '69. And more. But you can see why I was convinced. The spooky part came when I thought about myself, the other me, the one in this world. Did I still live at the Shorehurst in River Forest? And was I still married? Yes to both questions. The names were on the box, Mr. and Mrs. Montgomery K. Wilson. But what could I do about it? I couldn't just walk up and introduce myself to myself. I needed a new name and a new face to live in this world, but that would take money. And I had just $20 in my wallet. I'd have to forge some checks as Monty Wilson, take the risk. I think really that it all would have worked out all right if I hadn't become curious about the moon disaster and looked up the account in the library. That's when the truth hit me. A leg on the LEM had collapsed, and that had been the actual cause of the crash. A bolt had sheared. One of mine. No, Montgomery K. Wilson wasn't blamed. He gave a cool statement to the press, claiming that the angle of impact against the rocks had been severe enough to shear any type of bolt, and NASA had supported his statement. But I knew he was lying. No bolt of mine would shear under any conditions, which meant, plainly and simply, that Monty Wilson had bungled the job. I was a murderer. I'd killed Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. At least this fact solved the problem of what I'd do and who I'd be in this world. I'd be myself. But first, of course, I had to eliminate the other me, which wasn't at all difficult. I followed myself out of the apartment each night for 2 nights. Then, on the 3rd evening, I used a knife in the dark and buried the body. I felt no guilt, knowing I had punished a man who would never have been punished otherwise. It was a debt I owed society. Things progressed smoothly. I fell into the pattern of the new world without any trouble, and my wife didn't suspect a thing. Now, as I write this, the only problem is that a man has been following me for the past couple of nights. I know who he is, naturally. Monty Wilson. And I'm sure he means to kill me.
If you want more stories like this, subscribe to our channel. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for notification. If you like this video, please do not forget to like and share, and do write a comment on it. Thank you.